What's up guys, it's Mike here with Padbangers.com today with the new sound check, and today we're gonna check out Ample Sound guitars. Hands down some of the best guitars you can get at the moment in my opinion. Ridiculously authentic sounding guitars. It's crazy what these guys did, and you can find them on their website amplesound.net. They have a bunch of guitars, some electronic, some acoustic, and also some electric bass guitars. Listen to the demos. I'm pretty sure you will be impressed how good they sound. When I first was showed these plugins, I couldn't tell if it's a plugin or a real guitar player recorded. So yeah, I'm very interested in it, and I'm playing now around with them for about 1 week, and I love them. I really love them. You should definitely check them out. Today we're gonna check out the Ample Sound M, which is a sampled Martin guitar, and the Ample Sound L, which is an Alhambra luthier classic guitar. You can see both guitars have more than, this is 4 gigabytes of content. This is almost 6 gigabytes of content, and it's all sampled. So to compare this, and what this means is, for example, when you load an acoustic guitar from Contact, from the stock library, it might be around 200 megabytes. So you now can imagine how detailed and how many sounds are included in these guitars. It's really, really nice what these guys did. The installation is, well, as usual, you click through. One thing that I have to mention is you can't choose the location of the library during the installation process, which is not the best, because when you're running out on space on a small SSD or something like that, and you don't have 6 gigabytes left, you probably can't install this library. Now, once you installed it, you can move the folder to an external drive and then relocate the folder in the plugins options. So that's possible, but you know, it would be better if you could choose the location just while installation, like almost every other company is doing it. But anyway, let's jump right into it, and I'm gonna give you some sound examples, and I'm showing you some of the nifty features that are included. So this is the interface right here. Okay, before we start, something that's really important for me is, because I'm not a guitar player, so the first question I'm wondering is, can I make it sound authentic and realistic? Because there are some other libraries, for example the East-West string libraries. They have amazing sounds, but you really need a decent understanding of orchestration to make them sound really, really good and authentic. So it's not a plugin you throw on a MIDI track and start playing and it sounds amazing. So that's always a question I'm asking myself. Can I make it sound realistic? And the answer for the Ample Sound guitars is yes. And maybe I give you a little example of the sound before I go into the options, so you got a little teaser. And I'm just playing here. I'm not using the key switches. I'm just playing the sustain mode now. Nothing fancy. Both microphones in almost equal position, and no effects. Maybe a little bit of reverb is going on. So just listen to the details and all the little squeak noises and slides on the side. It's amazing. Check out the details, also the velocity details. So let's go a little bit into details here on the interface. So these are the key switches, and you can change them on your keyboard while playing. You're probably familiar with this feature from Contact or some other software. That's nothing really new, but it sounds really good. So let's start with the sustain and go into a slide. Some palm mutes. What's also really good is you get these little tooltips explaining exactly how you need to play it to make it work. So really, really nice sounding articulations here. Then you got your microphone section. So you have different modes of the recording here. So this is stereo 1, then we got stereo 2 and 2 mono settings. I'll give you an example how this sounds. Stereo 1. So each microphone setting sounds a little bit different in the room and the richness of the sounds. And here in the microphone section, you can adjust the microphone volume. So there's one microphone that was closer to the palm and one that was closer to the body, and you can mix those two microphone signals to your satisfaction. You got a pan knob to pan it left or right, of course. You got a width knob that changes the stereo imaging a little bit. Then really interesting, you got the double feature. We turn this on. It sounds even more wide. Let's make this a little more obvious. What's really good here is it's not only taking the sound from one side and makes it stereo or delays it a little bit in time, so it sounds more rich. They actually using different samples for the left and right channel. Really, really good. Then right here we got a mixer for the fret sounds, for the fret attack sounds, the resonance, effects sounds, and the release sounds. You can turn this on or off right here with this little switch. You can adjust the resonance release time and the start time, so attack and release here, and also the velocity sensitivity, which is really important because you hear it. It doesn't need a lot of pressure to get to the full velocity. You get these really hard strokes, but if you want to play it more gentle and soft, just lower the sensitivity. A little more even and easier to play at a certain velocity range. Also, the velocity layer threshold can be adjusted. So here, this is what the interface is about. Then you also got this Strummer Mode right here. You can turn it on and off right here on this little switch, and it gives you a sequential player for different chords, chord progression, stuff like that. So here in this chord window, you can set up all the chords you want to play. You can choose if it's major, minor, sus2, sus4. There's almost every chord you can imagine in there. And you can select all the chords you want to play from here. These are key switches. So when you hover the number, you also see this is note E2. This is note D2, stuff like that. And on the right side, you got a sequential player where you can adjust your patterns. You got 8 patterns in total, which can be played from the keyboard. I'll give you an example. easy to make realistic sounding chord progressions here with the Strummer. Pretty amazing. And you can spend a lot of time on this. You get plenty of tweaks here. You can humanize settings. You can adjust the strum time. You can add some swing, quantize, and also the stroke sound volume can be adjusted. So you can spend a lot of time here to make it sound really, really realistic. Another cool feature is the tab player. You can load any Guitar Pro tab in here and it will play from the guitar. So here's a little Stairway to Heaven tab I downloaded. You will find thousands of free tabs online. And let's give it a quick listen. So pretty neat tab player here. You also got of course, an effects section with 7 pedal looking like effects and a wah pedal. So you got a compressor. You just turn it on by clicking on them. You got a compressor. You got an overdrive. Let's go back to the, oh, it is already. You got a 5-band EQ, you got a chorus, you got a phaser. You got a nice sounding delay here. And you can also sync this to your host BPM. And you also got a reverb. So these sound actually not bad. There are better delays and reverbs out there, but that's not really the point. To give the guitar a little bit of nifty effects, this works pretty good right here. Then in the edit mode, you can go crazy with the samples. You can change velocity layers, you can change cycles, you can change the tune, you can change the gain of every sample. You can really go crazy here. So here, this is the Ample Sound Guitar Martin. Really, really good guitar. Now I'm going to show you the Alhambra Luthier guitar. Let's start with a little tab here. So as you can hear, these are nylon strings, and the interface is just the same like the Martin guitar. You got your strummer, you got your effects section, just the same effects, nothing different. You can choose between pick and finger mode. On the Martin guitar, you can choose between finger and strum mode, so that's a little difference, but that's all. Besides that, it sounds just as good as the Martin guitar. Maybe let's turn off the effects here. Just a little reverb. You see, it sounds really, really amazing. Yeah, that's it. Ample guitar L and M. Great sounding guitars. 5 gigabytes of samples for one guitar. That's ridiculous. I hope more people will put so much effort into their instruments and we get more of these great sounding stuff in the future. What's your opinion on the guitars? Do you know guitars that sound even better than ample sound? Shoot me some comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, come over facebook.com/padbangers, send me a message there. I'm more than willing to answer all your questions. And if you have wishes for more instruments and tutorials, just send me messages. I do the best that I can to help you guys out. That's it so far. See you guys next time. Peace out.